Hey everybody, I'm Andy the Kenworth Guy. Thanks so much for coming by the channel today. We're going to be checking out a beautiful hot rod. It's not too often I can deck out a day cab as nice as this one here, but let's see what this truck is all about. All right, I gotta say this is probably one of my finest day cabs that I've ever put out. I know I've done quite a few for some other customers, and this one is up there. It is absolutely stunning. So this is a brand new 2024 W900L long hood, sold to Dean Mrose. He is a farmer up in Manitoba here. Dean, you are gonna have, I would say, the nicest farm truck I've ever sold. That's for darn sure. So let's get into it here. So I know day cabs don't get as many views on my channel here, but you gotta stick around and watch this one because it's got lots of customizations. The sleeper trucks always get the glory, but this one is definitely deserving of a good view and a good visit here. So looking up front here, we have the grille with the additional bars like I like to do. Headlights, we got them changed out to the JW speakers with the black background. And we just did the standard black paint. There's no metal flake on it. It's just a standard L0001 paint code. So it's a nice standard black. Now there's some things that were done to it after the fact. You can notice here a couple of little lines. If you get really close, you can kind of see some lines there. There's that 3M protective plastic that went over to kind of protect the fenders. That also went on to the bumper as well. So you don't have to worry about polishing that bumper after the fact. I really like this. This is really neat what I've done here. We went with the painted air shield covers for the air intakes. So that's the first time I've ever done it, and I really like how it turned out. So a big thank you to the guys at Eastside Collision for helping me with the paint on this truck, including on the tanks. We'll look at that in a minute. We have a 13,000-pound 13.2 front axle. We have disc brakes on the front end. I also slammed it down a little bit, so we were able to lower it. We just knocked out spacers. We didn't change the rear shackle just because of the geometry of everything. It was gonna, because the wheelbase is a bit shorter, it wasn't gonna quite work to drop it even further. But it's a nice lower stance. Durbright rims front and back. Ordered it here with just the paint, no stainless closure panel in there, no stainless permit panel underneath, which I like to do it that way. Air cleaners are the 15-inch air cleaners, so this is with the preferred fit element. So up here, you got this piece here, you push it down, turn it, and then you can change your filter. Over here, we have the polished battery box, aluminum battery box, nice smooth polished. And then our guys put on these work lights down below here. So that's just to give a little bit of light for loading and so forth. On the back side, you'll notice we have the battery disconnect switches. And we did the painted fuel tanks, painted black to match the truck. And it also has that protective film over top along the sides here. And then on the front, just to keep the stone chips away. We got the steps, access steps, and I'd like to take a minute to thank the sponsor of this truck video. It is the guys over at Class 8. If you are looking for fenders, Class 8 has a great selection of awesome fenders. This is one of my favorites, the 80-inch deep drop stainless blind mount tub fender. And also a big shout out to the guys over at Shift Products. So Shift Products provided the bracketry. We'll get to that in a second, but if in terms of fenders, if you're looking for quarters, full, half, stainless, there's a whole bunch of different options that Class 8 has available for you. So you can go to their website, you can see all of the different options that they have here. I'll put it up on the screen so you can see. And we're a dealer for them, so if you want to get any fenders from inland, across Canada, or the US, Class 8 can definitely help you out with that as through our inland stores. And you can go shop, kind of pick out what you want online and make your orders. So check out Class 8. And also you want to check out Shift. This was the very first production bracket, blind mount bracket for the 8-bag air ride on the Kenworth 8-bag that Shift was able to provide to us on this build. So thank you for your sponsorship on this build, and you got to check those out. So that is the first production run. They're in full production now. So if you have an 8-bag air ride and want to have the blind mount front end without that paddle, you can get that through Shift, and that's through inland as well because we're a dealer for them. So as far as the back end here, we have Durabrite aluminum rims, Michelin tires. We have the 8-bag air ride like I talked about. And the rear ends are the DSH40Ps. So those are the high performance 40s with the oil pump on it to keep things good and lubricated. In Manitoba, we're allowed to haul the Super B weights with that differential. So it's a nice lightweight, compact option with the capability to pull big weights. So as far as the fifth wheel, we have the Holland fifth wheel, a 35-ton FW35, 8-inch rise height, and a 24-inch slide. Now with this truck here, it was just less is more kind of the way. Just do a lot of things, but the fine details, subtle things. So my customer wanted to just have just standard black rubber flaps on the back end. So just nice clean black flaps on the back end. There's the diffs. We got full locking differentials. Ratio is a 390. We have drum brakes on the back of this truck. And the def tank right here, we got the cover painted again by the guys at Eastside, and then there's a protective coating over that. We also did that on the fenders for Class 8 here. You'll notice here there's a little sheen difference here. So this is just so that just a little wipe here, and it's kind of like the Durabrite. You just soap and water and just even a dry wipe and you're good to go. So we have the DPF box right here, lights down below, and then dual exhaust, of course. Now the stacks here, we got those changed out. So those are the Aussie hole stacks, I believe, and they're 7-inch, 54-inch tall. So it looks really, really cool. Kind of almost goes flush with the exhaust shield there. So a really nice way to finish that off. And I just love the stance that this truck has, just super cool. So a big shout out to the guys at House of Chrome who were helpful in getting the build done here for me with the stacks and the fenders and a few other things that they did. So one other subtle thing that we did here through the guys in my shop here, you know how there's that bell bottom Kenworth mud flap? I put them on some other trucks. Well, my customer, just simple, less is more. He just wanted plain black ones, but the bell bottom style, so it looks a lot cooler. So we had them cut a standard black mat out to have that same profile, and I really like the finished product. It looks super good. And as far as the visor up above there, that is a visor from 12 Gauge Custom. So Jeff Battler, thank you so much for helping us out with that. It looks really good. And let's get into the power of this truck here, show you what's under the hood. I was kind of hoping for a sunny day. It's gonna rain later on today, and the truck is clean, and I want to do this before any time goes by. And I've been really busy, so it's been a challenge to find a sunny day, but sometimes you just got to do it when you got the time. And that's right now. So under the hood, we have the X15 Performance Series. As you can see right here, it's a 565 1850 torque rating on here, a powerhouse, a very popular engine I sell to lots of different customers. Powered up with the Davco 382 fuel water separator with the heat element in there. We have the remote lube terminal, the boosting power pack right there. Like I said, disc brakes earlier. And then we have the hood hinge fender reinforcement. And then we have the hood hinge reinforcement right here. And you got your washer fluid, you got some fuses, relays, oil check, you got your power steering, your oil fill over there, and your coolant is up above. So let's go around the other side. So here we got the accessories. So on this side, we got your turbo, your HVAC system. We have the air dryer down below over there, which is kind of a new installation location for what I've seen. So hopeful that that is not going to get hit and knocked, but that's where engineering decided that that should go. And then you have the air chuck right there that fills up the air. So when we dropped the front end here, like I said, we kicked out some spacers, changed the U-bolts out on it, but we didn't change the rear shackle because it was going to change the geometry of everything, and things would start bottoming out and hitting. So on this this particular setup, we just dropped it down, and it looks really sharp. And then under the hood, we got these lights, which I like to put on. You can get those right from the factory. So let's close up the hood and show you the inside. All right. So here inside the truck, we have the full gauge package. So the full switch package. So everything's kind of loaded right up there. Full gauges, which is a nice way of setting up the truck. I like doing it that way personally. And as far as what we got down at the bottom, we have your full diff locks, air suspension dump, your air traction control, fifth wheel slide, your PTO switch, the spare switch, your hazards, trailer tailgate dump switch, couple spares, and then your DPF regen switch there. Up above, you have your exterior lights, clearance lights, fog light switch, etc. And you'll notice we got this nice black kind of metallic color. So that's what you get when the Splendor interior is ordered, which this truck was ordered with. And a big part of the reason for that, being in a farm application, which can be dusty, this is really easy to clean. So when you get the Diamond VIT interior, it does include the GPS system, which a lot of people will delete. And this here, so you're basically paying all that money for the diamond stitching on the ceiling and on the door panel. But this here, it's a nice, clean, smooth look. So it's fully trimmed, fully lined out. Really looks nice. I like it. We did the leather wrap steering wheel with the smart wheel. So you got your Jakes and Cruise in the steering wheel for control of that. It frees up a few extra spots on the dash also. Here we have a work light switch, a spare switch, and then your interior lights and an engine fan. Door, you have your window lift controls, your mirror controls, which are heated, motorized as well, and then your door locks down below. Your tilt telescopic is right down here. So you just push that with your foot, and then obviously it's a manual transmission. You got your clutch, your brake, and then your throttle. It does come with an 18-speed manual transmission, so that's what's set up right there. And as far as the seats on here, we have the Sears Ultra Leather seats in black, which are the nice wide base, comfortable seat. We did the carpet floor as well. So it's kind of like a hot rod for the farm. I really like it, and it's going to be well cared for and looked after for many, many years. So there you have it. Oh, one last thing. The blackout, we did the black dash as well. So the black dash, just to kind of make the truck blacked out. And yeah, there you go. All right, there you go. There you have it. Thanks so much for watching. I know we kind of breezed through this truck video fairly quickly. If you're new to this channel and you do like the content, I'd appreciate a thumbs up or even a subscription to the channel. It's very easy to do that. Just click the link down below and subscribe. Click off the bell so you're notified weekly when my videos are coming out. And you can also check out my website up here, thekenworthguy.com. Hey, if you are looking for a truck, W9s are in very short supply, so pretty tough for me to get one of those. But if you are looking for something in the new style cab, we got quite a bit available with the PACCAR engine. So by all means, give me a call if you are in the market for something in the Canadian market. I'd be very happy to spec and order a truck for you. So thanks so much for watching, and thank you, Dean, for purchasing this truck for me and the farm for a beautiful addition into the farm fleet there. It's like I say, it's one of my favorite builds that I've done and one of the nicest day cabs that I've ever put out. So thanks so much again, and we will see you on the next video. Have the world's best day.